Sometimes the answers we spend millions searching for are hidden in the simplest hearts. When the video starts, imagine a little girl, 7 years old with deep brown eyes, sitting by a window in a grand mansion watching the rain fall in silence. Not because she wants to be quiet, but because she can't speak. And beside her a man, her father, watching helplessly as each drop of rain seems to whisper a truth he can't bear. All his wealth, all his power can't bring back his daughter's voice. Her name was Emily, and her father was Alexander Hale, one of the richest men in the city, a billionaire known for building hospitals, funding research, and creating jobs. But behind his empire, he was a broken man. 3 years ago, his wife and son were killed in a car accident. Emily was in that same car. She survived, but since that day, she hadn't spoken a single word, not one. Alexander hired the best doctors across the world, neurologists, therapists, speech experts, even psychologists who charged more than a house for an hour of consultation. In total, 100 doctors had come and gone through the tall iron gates of Hale Manor, each left with the same hopeless answer: her voice is fine, but her heart is locked. He built her a private therapy room, filled it with toys, music, colors, even robots that could talk and sing, but Emily stayed silent. Her world was made of quiet stares and unshed tears. Until one morning, something unexpected happened. A street cleaner named Liam showed up at the Hale estate. He wasn't supposed to be there. He'd been hired by the city council to clean the nearby streets, but a storm the night before had blown branches and mud into the billionaire's driveway. While Alexander's staff tried to chase him away, the old man just smiled and said, "Don't worry, I'll be quick, just doing my job." Emily was by the window again, watching. She saw the man pick up branches, humming softly as he worked. Unlike everyone else who looked at the mansion with awe or fear, this man looked peaceful. When he saw her small face peeking through the glass, he smiled and waved his hand, not a pitying wave, just a gentle one, as if saying, "Hello, little one." To everyone's surprise, Emily waved back. The housemaids froze. That was the first time she had reacted to anyone outside her father. They rushed to tell Alexander, but he brushed it off, exhausted. "She waves, that doesn't mean she'll talk." Still, the next morning, the street cleaner was there again, humming the same tune, sweeping the same path. Rain or shine, he came, and every day Emily waited by the window. One day, Liam took a small stick from the ground and began drawing something on the wet pavement, clumsy little flowers and stars. Then he wrote something that made her heart skip: "Smile." Emily smiled. From then on, their silent friendship grew. He would draw, she would respond by waving or nodding. One day he drew a bird and pretended it was flying. Emily laughed, a soundless laugh but bright enough to light the cloudy day. When Alexander finally saw this with his own eyes, he came down furious. "Who allowed you here?" he barked. "My daughter doesn't need a janitor playing games outside her window." Liam bowed slightly, his eyes calm. "I'm sorry, sir, I didn't mean disrespect. I just thought the little one might like some company." "Company?" Alexander snapped. "Do you even know who she is? She's seen world-class doctors." Liam nodded slowly. "Maybe that's the problem. She's seen doctors, but has she seen a friend?" That single line hit Alexander like lightning. For a moment, the billionaire stood frozen, and before he could reply, Emily ran to the door, something she hadn't done in years, and tugged on her father's sleeve. Her eyes begged him not to send the man away. For the first time, Alexander saw hope in her face. The next day, he allowed Liam to come by the garden for a few minutes every afternoon. What began as a simple act of kindness became something miraculous. Liam started bringing small things he found, pebbles shaped like hearts, feathers, little paper boats. Emily collected them all in a box she called My Treasures. Weeks passed. Emily began humming faintly to the same song Liam always sang, a folk tune about sunshine after rain. Her voice was soft, cracked, but it was a voice. The first time she managed to say a word, it was "daddy" or "help." It was "bird." She pointed at one Liam had drawn on the path. The staff cried. Alexander collapsed to his knees, trembling. After 3 years of silence, one humble street cleaner had done what 100 doctors could not. Later, Alexander invited Liam inside the mansion for dinner. The man came hesitantly, still in his worn uniform. Over that meal, Alexander finally asked, "How did you do it? How did you reach her?" Liam smiled faintly. "Sir, children don't need to be fixed. They just need to be felt. She didn't lose her voice. She lost trust in the world. I just reminded her it's still beautiful." From that day, Liam became part of their lives. Emily began speaking again, slowly, shyly, but each day brought new words, new laughter. She started therapy again, but this time with joy. A few months later, Alexander opened a special foundation called the Little Voice Project to help children who had gone through emotional trauma. And the first employee he hired wasn't a doctor or a therapist. It was Liam, the street cleaner who once swept the pavement outside his gates. When reporters asked why, Alexander said, "Because no one understands healing better than a man who brings light without asking for anything in return." In the final scene, Emily runs through the garden, laughing, her voice echoing through the air as Liam hums softly nearby. The camera pans to Alexander, tears in his eyes, whispering, "You gave me back my daughter."